Hello everyone, Shadefire here, and welcome to episode 3 of Let's Play Korsakovia. Last time we reached a new stage of our treatment with Dr. Grayson. Make sure we didn't miss anything in here. The world sort of shook right after we stood there for a couple minutes. I'm not sure if something has changed in the Matrix. All of the shadows still seem to be in captivity. That's good. Sounds like one of them's free now, though. Also, I hear like a metal on metal sound somewhere. I don't know if that's just one of their ambient noises or something. Well, this one's still trapped. Maybe if we go back the way we came, something will happen. No, nothing there. Okay, this is back in the first room. Everything looks the same in here. Still full of shadows. This is where we started. Last episode. Okay, well, actually, we started here. No? No reoccurrence? Okay. I think I might have missed something in that little room, some sort of trigger. It's one thing I object to with sort of weird, obscure games like this, is that sometimes it's rather unclear whether you're supposed to repeat something, trigger something, or if you're supposed to try to go backwards to trigger something. As far as I can tell, there's nothing else in this room. Except another crash.
Information, even if you can't actually remember it yourself. So we're going to try that. I want you to look at these numbers carefully, and I want you to repeat them over and over again, and we'll see what happens. Can you do that for me, Christopher? Christopher?
Alright, hopefully it won't explode on me again. Oh hey, this one's not about the conservation of motion. I'm not really sure what we're supposed to do from here. There doesn't appear to be anything of value whatsoever in this room. And we already tried going back, and that didn't do anything either. So I'm a little lost now. Puzzle this out. Maybe there's another ladder I didn't see? I mean, there's not really another platform, so I don't really see where another ladder would go to. And these shadow traps don't really seem to have any importance. I mean, it's not too much of a challenge to just roll up on one and beat it to death. Oh, two of them might be a challenge though. Alright, they have been dissipated. Because if you can't deal with the solutions in your mind by yourself, the best solution is to use a crowbar. Ow. Getting crushed by a door. Okay, clearly trapping myself is also not the solution. Maybe I have to go back to that... Oh, I get it now. We have to go back to that keypad in the room with all the floating stuff. Because she said she's going to repeat numbers. We're going to put those numbers into the door pad, maybe. Hopefully.
What is extraordinary is the recollection of entirely fictional television documentaries, which he can recount in great detail. Prior to the end of the world, he can describe programs he watched, even though it appears, certainly in some cases it can be assumed, that they never existed. This seems important because it just gives point to a prior life in some kind of normality, even if these memories themselves are fabricated. It also reaffirms my argument that the television for him represents the primary means of travel between the worlds that he has access to. Indeed, the notion of the end of the world, of it breaking into pieces, is, according to his experience, an entirely logical interpretation of events.
Okay, we're back here. I actually was kind of confused where that door led to. I think this leads back around where we started when we first came out of there, so we don't have to go all the way back. The door should be right there. Alright, hopefully those flying shadows aren't still here. There's one right there, but if we just skid past this stuff, we should be able to slow it down. And, okay. Should be clear now. Aha! I almost thought we were stumped there for a second.
Why do you keep asking me about that?
Because you can't make new memories. Because you can't remember about the events prior to this. You are creating this to fill in the blanks. What I'm concerned about is that this new memory you are trying to make, or what you remember, this is just not real, Christopher. It didn't happen. And this, what you remember, this is really worrying. So we're going to try and go further back before the world ended. Do you think we can do that?
Before they attached me to the television. Before you pushed out my eyes and stuck the needles in my ears. When I still had hands.
Christopher, we didn't take your eyes. This is what I mean. But if it helps, then yes. Let's go back then.
I really wish they weren't so, frivolous. Or not frivolous, but, so abundant with that fucking static noise. It's obnoxiously loud sometimes. I get that it's supposed to be the static of a TV, not just, you know, static for static's sake. I guess this is Christopher's apartment. Alright, nothing to see in there. It's a pretty ghetto-ass kitchen. Also, that pot is not meant to be looked at from the side. Keep getting stuck on those chairs. I guess this is our only path. Sure, nothing terrible is about to happen, considering the ominous music.
If you could hold the signal yourself in your own hands, put your flesh into the signal, then you push apart the channels and get in.
And the collectors?
Yes, that's right. It means they would be able to go backwards and forwards as they liked.
Once again, we've lost our dream crowbar. Which is too bad because it was coming in real handy. Alright, we seem to have passed the hallway blockade. There's a medkit here. That means trouble is on our horizon. Another bathroom. And, just an empty room. There's a ladder going up. Let's take note of that. There's some shadows in there. It's hard to tell if they know I'm here or if they're just kind of flying around. Seeing as they have no discernible features, it's kind of hard to tell where they're looking.
Eyes are liars because the screens refract the light, so that's why the burning happens. But if you put your hands into the screen, you could see clearly, and you'd not get all the lie burn.
I'm fairly certain that this charred body we keep seeing is supposed to be a representation of us. Or Christopher, rather. Tasty meat texture. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, let's not open that door.
Are you saying then...
Yes, if you make it hotter everywhere, they wouldn't see you in the heat and be able to find you.
Well, I guess we know now why he set fire to his apartment. Alright, this seems to be the right way. Just keep following the trail of destruction and blood. A picture of a dead old lady. Another bathroom. I wonder why all the bathrooms are accessible. You'd think those would just be one of the locked doors. To try to book it past that shadow. Well, that mostly worked. More dead people. I wonder if this could be a message of some sort. Troubling.
I am increasingly concerned with assimilation. From what I can ascertain, Christopher has nearly fully integrated me into his paranoid fantasy. To him, I am ceasing to exist as an independent object, and am simply an extension of the post-apocalyptic world. He has effectively broken me into fragments. My signal is disrupted, my screen is broken, and my hands are numbed by the voltage.
There appears to be more bones here than a person should have. There's like 4 legs, or 5 legs, all attached to half of a pelvis. Okay, we probably need the crowbar to get past this. I'm guessing we don't want to fall down into that fiery pit.
Doctor? I can't hear you, Doctor. Are you still here?
Those lights don't seem very effective. I guess he was
both
burned by the
fists
lies.
to break it. It cut my hands. Blood got into the television. I could see the signal in there.
Try to avoid electrocution while descending deeper. Curious. Alright, no shadows in sight, just some water damage. Is that door on fire? I thought I saw smoke for a second. guess we're going back up now. No, what am I stuck on? Oh, didn't even see the floor there. Don't like this hallway.
It will end up receding until it disappears completely. There seems no doubt we are losing our grip on him. It is the speed at which this is happening that is most shocking.
I think we're starting to slip through the cracks in Christopher's mind. Plummeting deeper and deeper into the spiral of madness. And yet our only option is to keep riding it and see where it ends up.
It fell from the shelf, and it broke open, and it went everywhere. Some of the water got into the monitor, and it blew a fuse. I found myself thinking of Christopher then. I cannot help but feel he is trapped in this place, a victim of life yearning for escape.
Well, we do seem to be rather trapped now. Alright, I guess we can hop across here. I thought we were supposed to be stuck down there. I was actually debating just jumping into the fire to see if that's supposed to happen. And really, when you're considering something like that, it's not possible that perhaps you are playing an interesting game. Or a very obtuse game.
To go further back into this destroyed world gets us no closer to a pre-apocalyptic memory, but actually reaffirms it, pushes him deeper into it.
We have to stand still for a moment to build up our charge.
Christopher, can you hear me? Christopher! Christopher! Christopher, can you hear me? Wake up!
My concern is that we are actually amplifying the situation rather than resolving it. Perhaps it would have been better for him if the paramedics hadn't reached him in time. Although I am now convinced this was no clumsy suicide attempt, but rather a perfectly logical means of permanently transferring himself into the new world. I wonder now if all we have done is to obstruct what would be, for him, a natural act and outcome.
At least there don't seem to be very many shadows down here. I'm actually not really sure why I started calling them shadows. I mean, they don't have an official name or anything. That's just kind of the feel they gave, even though they're obviously not shadows of anything. They're just darkness.
Christopher. Can you hear me, Christopher?
They give us all these doors, but yet we really have no options. Only one of them is the right one.
If you let me be your eyes, I can see for you.
So many bathrooms. Alright, we seem to have reached another one of these anomalies. So far they haven't proven too dangerous as long as we don't walk into them.
This is the room I was born in.
Your hands are healing well, Christopher.
They hurt.
They will. The surgeon managed to save 2 fingers and the thumb on your left, but I'm afraid the burns were extremely severe.
It's all right. I don't need hands now. You are a blunt instrument to me, Doctor. You are helping me clear the barricades and break through the screens. Can I have some more painkillers now?
It's not time for that yet.
The collectors are here, Doctor. They've come for me again.
I think that'll do it for episode 3 of Let's Play Korsakovia. I've been Shadefire, and next time, we'll traverse that door and see what's on the other side.